moisture changes in the container as it's shipping. If you use incorrect bags or poor airflow, you can affect the beans, the moisture content, and produce aged coffee.
假设你的仓库里面温度没有控制好，或者是有严重升温或者失温的现象。同样的，假设你在运货的过程中，你的货柜里面没有做好隔绝，一样产生了一些外界元素的侵袭，或者是温度的上升、水分的一些下降或上升，你都可能会造成你的豆子产生这种非常有木质味道，也是我们俗称的吃起来很无聊、很平淡的老豆。
So the coffee green, you can spot it because it's going to be slightly faded.
那这个还蛮容易判断的。你如果看到这样的豆子，通常它的颜色会比较淡。
It smells like paper, like a paper cup.
这种豆子闻起来则有一种纸杯或者纸袋的味道。
And it tastes like a pencil or wood.
这种豆子尝起来有像是我们一般讲的那种铅笔，外面有木头的那种铅笔的味道。
Or wet cardboard.
或者是湿的纸板的味道。
Or paper.
或纸味。
Those are all pretty poor attributes to find in the cup of coffee.
当你在咖啡里面喝到这种味道的时候，这都不是一件好事。
And we should be able to taste some of that coffee on Friday.
周五的时候应该会有一些这类的咖啡供各位品尝。
Okay, this slide is absolutely got a problem. Phenolic we already talked about. Let's talk about potato.
好，这一张表格讲到两种瑕疵，第一种风味刚刚已经讲过了，接着我们要讲的是所谓的马铃薯味。
Everybody know potato. Everybody's tasted potato.
在座的各位应该都知道马铃薯是什么，也都吃过马铃薯是什么味道吧
It's specific to one little area. Eastern Uganda, Rwanda, and Burundi.
这种马铃薯的瑕疵只有3个地方会发生，一个是东乌干达，一个是卢安达，还有一个是普隆地。
There's one little bug that drills a hole through the cherry and into the bean, and then leaves.
在那一带有一种很有趣的咖啡虫，这个虫呢会在咖啡里面钻一个洞跑进去，然后又跑出来。
Then there's a type of bacteria that's only in that area that goes into that particular wound and leaves behind an enzyme.
有一种当地特有的细菌会借由这样的虫害伤口，跑入咖啡豆里面，而且进去之后会留下一种特殊的酵素。
That enzyme smells and tastes like potato.
这种酵素吃起来、闻起来就有马铃薯的味道。
In the coffee.
咖啡里面一样会产生马铃薯的味道。
So it's a really, really, really bad defect.
这是一个非常严重的缺陷。
And they're trying to figure out ways to visually sort it.
那目前他们正在研究怎么样用目测的方式去判断这种马铃薯瑕疵豆。
And there's discussion about using black lights, or ultraviolet and black lights, to find the damaged bean.
那大家现在在讨论的方法包括有用黑光或者是用紫外线去侦测有这样状况的豆子。
Another way to minimize the effect is to have really good insect control.
当然，也可以借由实行有效的虫害防治来阻止这样缺陷或瑕疵的发生。
So don't let that wound happen in the very first time.
你不要让这些豆子受到虫害，这个瑕疵就不会发生。
Other defects encountered: potato we talked about, sour onion, dirty, sweaty. Onion is there's a in Malawi there's a co-op called Mazuzu. It's 3,000 farmers, and it's in the northern part of Malawi.
接着我们谈了马铃薯嘛，我们可以另外谈的酸味啊，或是这个洋葱味，或者是一种汗味，一种脏脏的味道。那大家这边跟大家讲一下，在马拉维那边呢，有一个叫做五祖祖的一个合作社，那个合作社里面大概有3000个人。
And coffee from this Mazuzu co-op, 3,000 farmers, can produce in the cup a sweet onion taste and can really have a strong onion aroma and fragrance.
那在这个地带，这个马祖祖合作社里面产出来的咖啡，常常带有一种甜葱味，所以当你喝起来、闻起来，都会有洋葱的味道。
and they don't know where it comes from. Therefore, they don't know how to resolve it, how to get rid of it.
目前他们还不知道为什么会有这样的状况发生，所以他们也还不知道怎么解决这样的状况。
Chemically can come from chemical changes due to moisture changes.
那化学的一些味道可能是由水分的损失或是水分的一些增减所产生的一些化学反应所引起。
Storage problems right next to a bunch of chemicals.
或者你在存放的时候附近有其他的化学药剂或者化学的物品，也有可能造成这样的反应。
A lot of rubbery Java. There's been a theory that it was connected because the plantations were right next to rubber plantations and was contributing to a rubbery taste in the coffee.
那很多爪哇咖啡有橡胶味，那有人讲说，可能是因为很多爪哇那边的咖啡园除了种咖啡之外，他们也种橡胶，可能这样连带的造成一些影响。
I think the way to minimize most of these most of these defects, thank you, is by doing the processing properly.
我个人认为要尽量减低这样子的瑕疵，主要可能都可以靠处理跟正确的处理来造成一些防治的效果。
So harvesting, only pick ripe cherries. Don't go to the ground to pick up cherries. Keep it clean coming through. Clean the baskets. Clean the bags.
首先，我们的这个采摘，第一点就是，请你不要去从地上去乱捡豆子。请你只摘树上的豆子，而且只摘成熟的豆子。
When you're doing your sorting, do hand sorting or flotation. Allow the defects to float up.
请你常常清理你装咖啡的篮子，并且在采摘完咖啡之后呢，请你用手工的方式去做咖啡的分类，或者是你用这个浮力的方式去做咖啡的分类。
Here's a picture of sorting by hand. You see the basket holds the defects.
这边有一张手工分类豆子的照片，有没有看到篮子里面装的都是有瑕疵的豆子
？Harvest export preparation. Oh, clean water is very, very important. You must make sure that the water that's used in the process remains clean.
那另外就是，你如果在咖啡处理过程中使用任何的水，你必须要确保那个水是干净的水，不然一样会影响到咖啡的味道。
So, once again, process, right? Maintaining the process, maintaining the desire to do it right all the way along the line.
所以这一切都跟处理法有关，对不对？你要正确的处理，你要从一开始到最后面，你每一关都要非常小心谨慎。
When we do the pulping, make sure the pulping equipment is adjusted properly so it doesn't squash and wound the cherry or beans, actually. And pulp the same day as harvest.
蜕皮的时候，请你确定你的机器有校正顺利，有校正正确，让它在挤压豆子的时候不会去伤到里面的籽。而且，请你在采摘的同一天就进行蜕皮的动作。
Don't leave any beans laying around. That picks up a ferment possibility and a mold possibility.
蜕皮完，请清理你的机器，不要让机器里面有残存的豆子，这样可能会造成发霉或者是发酵的状况。
Fermentation. Controlling the fermentation process, making absolutely sure that the water is pure and that the duration is perfect for that particular coffee in that particular region.
如果你要做发酵的过程，请你确保你的水源是纯净的，而且你发酵的时间要掌控到刚好符合这一个品种的豆子在这一个地区适当的发酵时间。
Keep everything clean.
那随时保持环境跟设备的清洁真的非常重要。
Oh yeah, clean water, no pulp coming into the washing channels. But you know, like unpulped beans.
那当然，我们的这个水道里面，你都要随时保持清洁，不要有带有果肉或是带有一些残渣的水流进来。
Anybody know what a hygroscope is?
有人知道一个这个水仪是什么东西吗？一个 hygroscope， 叫做这个水视镜。
I would know what a hydroscope is, but I don't know what a hygroscope is. So we get to look it up. All right. If you're
我也
doing
不知道那是什么东西，我要查一下。
Yeah, somebody quickly on their Google, check it out. When you're doing the sun drying, using the fruit dried process, making sure that you're turning the product properly so you don't have little heated areas of fermentation.
那当大家在做日晒的时候，请你要记得要不断的去翻转你的豆子，它才不会造成某一些地方的水分太高。
If you want to do it 5 days, that's the minimum. If you can stretch it out even longer without introducing mold and ferment, you get a much better coffee taste.
一般来说，我们日晒最少要做5天的日晒过程。那如果你可以日晒时间再久一点的话呢，你就可以让咖啡的味道再更丰富一点。
And mechanical and artificial dryers, some people think that they produce poor quality coffee, but they also produce a way to minimize defects because you can control the moisture inside the dryer better than you can control the moisture out on the patio.
很多人可能会觉得使用机械做这个干燥是不好的，因为这样会产生一些比品质较差的咖啡。但大家不要忘记，你用机械去做干燥，好处是你可以避免它跟外界一些元素的接触，所以你有可能可以减轻一些咖啡豆受损的几率。那减轻这个几率，你就可以确保你的瑕疵量比较低。
All right, so we're at the end of this little presentation. So if I have any final thoughts, I think the important part is maintaining the integrity of the process all the way through. If you're going to plant a coffee tree rather, you select the land, you must also select a way to control insects.
那我们已经快来到我这边的简报的尾声。如果我最后要补充几点呢，那就是请你们在栽种跟处理的过程一定要特别的小心。你除了要谨慎的选择你栽种咖啡的场所以及土地之外，你要谨慎的选择你所栽种、照顾它的细节。
If you take care on selecting the proper beans for harvesting, being very careful to select only the ones that are perfectly ripe, then you can also prevent some faults in the cup, defect in the cup.
你如果在采摘的时候，你有特别去做选取，只选择成熟好的咖啡樱桃做采摘，你可以避免很多咖啡瑕疵的生成。
If you take care through the washing part and separating the floaters and care about that process, you can minimize defect in the cup.
你如果采摘完之后，你有去做分类，可能是用浮力去做分类，你可以把很多漂浮豆跟有问题的豆子给剔除掉，你就会减轻你瑕疵可能产生的状况。
If you set the pulping machine calibration properly, so you don't have full cherries getting through into the washing system, you can minimize occurrence of fault.
假设你在蜕皮的机器上设定有正确，你让你的咖啡豆不要有一些残留或是卡住，或是带有把其他的咖啡豆夹带进去的状况，你也可以减轻瑕疵可能产生的状况。
And drying the coffee, whatever process you choose or whenever you choose to do it, as parchment or as cherry or as partially pulped with mucilage on it, if you take care of that process, you can minimize defect in the cup.
那干燥的过程，不管你怎么样干燥你的咖啡豆，你可能是用水果干燥，你可能是用带壳干燥，或者说你可能是蜕皮干燥，都有可能。可是你如果做法正确的话，你也可以减轻你的瑕疵量，或者减低你的瑕疵量。
And then storage and transportation and receiving it at the other end and storing it also prevents or help minimizes defects in the cup.
当然，咖啡处理完之后的存放、之后的运送到达目的地之后，目的地那边的存放都有可能造成或者是降低瑕疵的生成。
It makes a big difference to the value of the coffee, especially in the SCAA grading form. If you find a defect in a cup of coffee, it really punishes that coffee. It only takes one bean to get through.
我们要想到的就是，在美国精品咖啡协会的杯测评分标准里面，对于瑕疵豆是非常看重的。 你只要有一颗瑕疵豆，你就可能造成你整批咖啡被非常严重的扣分。
The cost or the value of coffee that is considered commercial versus coffee that is considered specialty is very large. The difference in the value.
你分数最后可以被评为精品咖啡的咖啡，跟那些只能被当作商用咖啡的咖啡，它们的售价有非常非常大的差别。
So more people are convinced that they can control the process and keep everything clean and keep the water pure and make the right decisions. At the other end, they will produce a specialty coffee and be rewarded.
也就是说，如果你可以做出聪明的选择，你保持水源的纯净，你保持处理法的正确，你就可以有比较大的机会获得比较高分的咖啡，而你所得到的经济报酬相对的也会来得高很多。
Coffee consumption is growing throughout the world, either by individual or overall, totally.
在我们目前的市场上，个人以及区域性的咖啡消费量都越来越大。
The value of that coffee is going up because more farmers and more millers and more roasters are expecting a better cup of coffee.
我们的咖啡专业，譬如说，包括我们的处理厂，包括我们的烘豆机，很多咖啡的职业人员，他们的预期想法都是我们咖啡的品质应该要越来越上涨。
Everybody is working to maintain the process and create a better quality coffee all of the time.
所有的人事实上都应该彼此合作，不断努力增进整个咖啡产业的咖啡品质。
You can make a coffee that's grown in the right area with the right varietal, in the right style, better by maintaining the process. And you can increase the value of that coffee up to specialty if you're starting out with a great coffee already.
假设你一开始种植的这个地点，你种植的品种都已经正确了，你只要尽量保持你处理法的适当，还有你该做的手续你都有做到，你就有非常大的机会可以让你这个咖啡最后产出的时候是符合我们精品咖啡的标准。
If the coffee is not grown in a great place, if it's not treated properly, there's no amount of processing that can allow it to get to a higher level.
可是如果你一开始在咖啡种植还有生长的时候，你就没有做出正确的决定，那你事后不管你多努力，用什么样的方法去处理它，它都不可能会被提升到精品咖啡的水准。
You can improve the quality of the coffee, but because you're starting out with a material that's not great already, you can bring it up a little bit, but you can't get it up into the specialty world that we want to be at.
你在后续处理的人工操作中，你或许可以让咖啡的品质稍微好一点，稍微去弥补它一些缺陷。但是你一开始，如果你在种植、你在栽种、在照顾它的时候就已经出了问题，那你的原料就已经出了问题，那你不管怎么做，它都不可能会达到我们精品咖啡的标准。
But if you're the right farmer who's made all the correct decisions, and you're picking the coffee cherry and you're bringing it to the mill, at that time, you will want to say, I need to make more investment to make sure that there are no defects in this coffee.
但假设你是一位咖啡农，你非常小心的栽种你的咖啡，你在采摘的时候你也非常的注意。这个时候你把它带到咖啡处理厂，或是拿去拿去做处理的时候，你可能会觉得说，我是不是要投入更多的心力，或者再投入一点投资，来确保我这个咖啡最后的品质是可以到达精品水准。
So by paying a little bit more money, you can help remove the threat of defects in the cup.
很多时候，你只要做出一点点小小的报酬，你就可以去让你这个咖啡不会有掉到商用咖啡等级的风险。
And the roaster at the other end will pay a lot more money to make sure there's no defects in the cup.
烘豆厂十分的乐意花很多更高的金钱来购买里面没有瑕疵或者是瑕疵量相对少的咖啡。
And the consumer at the other end will pay more money for a coffee that doesn't have a defect but has great attributes and characteristics.
那消费者当然也都愿意花比较高的金钱， 去购买不但没有瑕疵，而且风味绝佳的咖啡。
So the growth in the last few years in coffee consumption and in coffee quality has added value even greater than the growth itself to the coffee industry.
过去几年里面，我们这个咖啡的这个市场的成长，已经为咖啡带来了许多的附加价值。
Does that make sense?
这样讲大家能够理解吗？
The last few years, we're making more coffee, we're consuming more coffee, and it's of better quality.
也就是过去几年来，我们做的咖啡量增加了，我们喝的咖啡量增加了，我们咖啡的品质也增加了。
We still have commercial coffee. There will always be commercial coffee.
当然，我们目前市面上还是有大量的商用咖啡，市面上不可能有一天说没有商用咖啡。
But people, especially consumers in the United States, expect better coffee wherever they get a cup of coffee.
但是消费者，尤其是美国的消费者，他们会理所当然认为，他们既然已经花了钱，他们要喝到就是最好的咖啡。
McDonald's, right? Pretty iffy food, like really bad food.
如果大家想一下麦当劳，麦当劳食物其实还蛮怎么说呢，蛮糟糕的。
Is now serving a drinkable cup of coffee in the United States.
可是他们在美国所供应的咖啡，其实还蛮 OK 的。
And they are taking consumers away from some of the other big coffee chains in the United States.
于是他们等于是把很多其他连锁咖啡产业的客人给抢走了。
The coffee they are serving is not spectacular, but now it is defect free.
麦当劳卖的咖啡品质当然不能说很好，但是麦当劳卖的咖啡是没有瑕疵的。
And it's of a level that you could consider barely specialty.
所以麦当劳卖的很多咖啡，事实上已经差不多要到精品咖啡的等级了。
Drinkable, right?
就喝起来其实都很 OK。
It doesn't smack you in the face.
至少不会喝得好像被人扇了2巴掌的感觉。
So by doing the process that we talked about, by eliminating or trying to minimize defects in the cup, we're improving the quality of coffee throughout the world.
所以轻轻松松、单纯借由消灭咖啡的瑕疵，或是避免咖啡瑕疵的生成，我们就可以造成全世界的咖啡豆品质整体的提升。
And we need to do that because specialty coffee places to grow it are shrinking because of climate change.
这一点尤其重要。如果我们考虑到最近气候变迁的一些问题，我们就知道咖啡的产地未来会越来越少。
Okay, we have a special little fun thing up here that you guys may. We're not doing that. We're not doing that. When you go home, okay, we can leave this up. You can. Will you translate that because it's pretty important.
好，那我来稍微介绍一下这一张简报哈。这是大家的回家功课。当大家回家之后，可以稍微思考一下价值以及应用。什么叫价值？就是对你来说，你今天所学到最有价值的是什么？什么叫做应用呢？就是你今天所学到的东西，你有没有办法，或是你要如何应用在你的工作或是你的公司上
Okay, so what will you take back from this class, not the other two? What will you apply? What you learned out today? Gosh, it's long. Okay, I'm ready. When you go back to work tomorrow, not today, what will you apply? What you just learned in this lecture? Any ideas?
对，大家目前有没有什么想法？明天上班的时候会不会把今天学到的一些东西拿出来应用呢？
If you're a barista, will you say, "Here's a cup of coffee. It's defect free"?
你如果今天是一位咖啡师，你会不会跟你的客人说：“哎，这杯咖啡可是保证无瑕疵的
Maybe not, right?？”
可能不会啦。
Yeah. But if you're on the cupping table and you're cupping for defects, you're trying to see if this particular sample has a defect, you'll be able to identify what that defect is.
但如果你今天是一位杯测师，或者说你要做杯测的工作，你或许就可以去辨识出或者是分辨出你所喝到、看到的一些咖啡瑕疵上的问题。
And if you come across a defect in a cup, which you probably shouldn't, you'll call your importer and tell them, I found ferment.
假设你在喝咖啡的过程中，或者杯测的过程中，你真的发现了瑕疵，你或许就可以打电话给你的进口商说，哎，怎么会有这种过度发酵的豆子？
If you're in the coffee warehouse, you will remember that coffee beans sitting on the floor have the potential to pick up mold.
假设你要管理你的咖啡仓库，你就会记得，你如果把咖啡豆丢在地上，它就有机会怎么样发霉。
So you'll pick up your bags and store them on pallets.
所以这个时候，你应该要把你的这些放在地上的一袋一袋的咖啡生豆都改放到什么木板或是夹层上面。
If you are a coffee producer, and Taiwan has wonderful coffee producers, you will remember some of the ways to improve the processing and maintaining control of the process to prevent defects.
假设你是一位咖啡农，那我们都知道台湾有很多很厉害的咖啡农，希望你可以记住有很多的方法可以让你避免咖啡产生瑕疵。
Okay?
好吗？
Does that make sense?
这样大家有听懂吗？
Okay, we have a little bit of coffee up here. Two different kinds of coffee. Oh wait, maybe I shouldn't tell you that. Forget I told you that. Come on up and have a cup of coffee.
好，我们前面有一些咖啡哈，那我刚刚并没有讲到任何关于一种还是两种咖啡的事情，所以大家就来这边喝喝看。
And I thank you for coming today and listening to babble, babble, babble.
谢谢各位今天来听我上课，来听我讲话，谢谢大家。
Thank you. Okay, come on up and enjoy a cup.
好，请大家上来喝喝看咖啡的状况。
And while you're waiting in line, have a conversation with your partner.
那大家在排队的时候，欢迎彼此交流聊聊天。
Good. Good. No, I'm not trying it. Oh, that's good.